Hello, this is Archie Dunlop with Talking Astrology with Archie on Monday, April the 3rd, 2023. So, I'm going to talk about today's stars. I'm not going to talk about current events. I've got a separate video for that. I just put up a video comparing the horoscopes of Zelensky and his commander-in-chief, Zaluzny. But you don't have to look at that. It's somewhere else. So let's look at what's going on today. So, as usual, here is the horoscope for today, April the 3rd, 2023, Monday, set for noon, New York. So the moon is in Virgo, like it was yesterday. So there continues to be emphasis on our health. We can take action to make ourselves feel healthier. And that means healthy food, healthy diet, right level of exercise, and avoiding contaminants. Moon Virgo is very sensitive. You don't want to be anywhere where there's smoke, particulate matter, all that kind of stuff. So plenty of fresh air, and the first sign of any pollution, just get the hell out of there. Now, the moon is making a 120 degree aspect, trine to Uranus, so that creates a certain amount of excitement. Things can happen quickly. It is a trine, so it's more likely to be good events rather than bad events. And if we want to stir things up, we can. Continuing on the health theme, now might be a good idea to get people to think about their health, perhaps with a surprise. Perhaps tell them a fact about health, pollutants, contaminants. Tell them something maybe they don't want to hear, but I think you'll get a good reaction. So don't be afraid of shocking people. That's one approach. And by the same token, don't be surprised if other people shock you with what they say about what's really going on. Plastics, PFAS, that's a big thing. These PFAS, it's this chemical that one part in a trillion can apparently cause damage, and it's everywhere. But I won't go into that. But that's kind of what I'm thinking about when I see Moon trine Uranus. Also, look at Mercury. Mercury is at 29:58 Aries at midday in New York. In other words, it's about to go into Taurus. Mercury going into Taurus is a big change. Mercury in Aries is about the loudmouth, saying what's on your mind, not caring about the results, and then it moves into Taurus. Everything changes. It's much more stable, much more relaxed. And as it moves through Taurus, we can get our thoughts together and start to do some serious planning without being distracted by big plans. Yet, the moment Mercury moves into Taurus, it makes a square aspect to Pluto, and that could be a bit of a problem. Mercury-Pluto is very intense. We're tempted to keep things to ourselves. Yet Mercury-Pluto can also be about propaganda and fake news, people trying to distort, trying to exert control by twisting the facts. So watch out for propagandists, people giving you fake news, telling you that one thing is true when actually it's not, or the modern word is, I suppose, being gaslit. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of gaslighting today and tomorrow. People trying to persuade you that you're thinking about that, that you're wrong, that you're evil, that you're, politically incorrect, whatever. Just so watch out for gaslighting. I find the concept of gaslighting rather complicated, and I'm still not entirely sure what it means, but I am sure that Mercury square Pluto is about gaslighting. And while that's going on, like yesterday, Aries is on the Mars-Neptune midpoint. That's more dissolution, as I think I use the term, the center not holding. Things, control is, it's difficult to be in control when everything around us is collapsing. And we shouldn't take it personally. It's a global, social thing that it's just happening. It's the way it is. Now, as far as the 12 signs are concerned, I'm going to be really quick about this, because I know that if it's not your sign, you don't want to hear about it. But anyway, Aries, financial sense creeping in, probably 4 stars. Taurus, the words soon flow, another 4 stars. Gemini, low profile, a spiritual surprise, 3 stars. Cancer gets 4 stars, call a friend. Leo, 3 stars, work hard, avoid intense people. Virgo, 4 stars, you've got a surprise. Libra, 2 stars, save it for later if you know what's best for you. Scorpio, 3 stars, someone talks and talks. Sagittarius, 5 stars, success is in the detail. Capricorn, 4 stars, the games are starting. Aquarius, 3 stars, money confuses and surprises. 4 stars. Pisces, stable people have unstable plans. Note that I use the word surprise a lot. The reason I use the word surprise a lot when I was talking about the 12 signs is because of that trine aspect between the moon and Uranus. Now, if astrology isn't your thing, or you want something more personal, then how about the I Ching? I have done an I Ching casting for today. So if you're one of the very few people who are watching this, I reckon 5 people maximum are still going to be watching me, probably less. But if you are one of those people, the I Ching I cast for you is number 29, which is called The Abyss. Now, that sounds bad, but it's actually not as bad as it sounds. The Abyss is about being familiar with the dangers that are all around us. When we constantly have to deal with danger, we start to adapt. And that adaptation gives us safety. Kind of like when I was reading, what was it, All Quiet on the Western Front. It referred to soldiers. The new soldiers get killed quickly, but once you've survived a month or two, you start getting you start getting used to the subtle warning signs, and that means once you, according to that book, then you can you live a bit longer. So yeah, getting used to the danger, and at the same time, using that knowledge to help you survive. And danger, where does danger come from? Danger comes in many cases from other people. At first we don't know how to deal with them, and because we don't know how to deal with them, because we don't understand them, they can cause us harm. But one sure way to understand what someone is capable of doing is to consider what nurtures them, what feeds them, what makes them tick. Because once we know what makes someone tick, we can work out whether or not they are dangerous. And if they are dangerous, we can take the necessary precautions, which usually means staying out of their way. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say for today, and I will see you tomorrow.